Also, let's just be clear that Tom Brady doesn't pick out his outfit, so he
no, of course not.
Like,
she hits him too.
Yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah, that's.
Put it on, Tom.
This is yes. You talking about a dildo?
Yes. Strap on.
Hello, Andrew Santino.
Hi, Sarah Tiana.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Did you have a good holiday season?
I didn't. They didn't let me leave here.
Okay.
Actually, unfortunately, I slept here and I celebrated here by myself. Did you have a good time?
Oh, I had a great time. I went all over the globe and I had a great time. They let me leave here because I do work when I'm here.
Right.
So I guess they were just assuming that maybe if
I don't
the
have any
longer
family
you
or
stay...
any friends, so
Okay.
it was a hard holiday for me.
So for the bet next week, I think that because you're so gleeful and joyful, if you lose, I want you to sing the beginning of all of your prop bets.
Fine. Fine. And I have a better voice than you, so I hope I do win.
Oh, yeah?
Or lose. Or I win.
Uh-huh.
What's the first prop?
The first prop!
Oh, just like that.
Playoffs. This weekend, we have the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, arguably the greatest weekend in football. 4 games between the best 8 teams for a chance to get one step closer to the only thing anyone cares about, the Super Bowl. First up on Saturday, Andrew Luck and the Colts go to Kansas City to take on Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Luck and Mahomes combined for 89 touchdown passes in the regular season, the highest total for quarterbacks in playoff matchup in history. The prop, more touchdown passes on Saturday, Andrew Luck or Pat Mahomes?
Patrick, more like stat-thick Mahomes.
Oh,
come on!
Wow.
This kid already has 50 touchdowns this season. He's gone through more records than Skrillex and Avicii. Rest in peace, playa. Fastest player to 4,000 yards with 40-plus touchdowns. Youngest to throw 6 TDs in a game, and he's only 23 years old. When I was 23 years old, I was doing whippets underneath pool tables in Twin Falls, Idaho after getting 2 speeding tickets and crying in my motel room.
Oh,
this
just
kid
23.
is the truth. Yes, he is the god. And Mahomes comes from a great line of athletes. You know, his dad was a pro baseball player. Luck's dad was a pro football player, kind of, who played behind Archie Manning and then played behind Warren Moon in Canada. So, like father, like son, Andrew's going to be playing behind another great, Mahomes.
Yeah, well, the Colts love playing from behind, that's for sure. And listen, when I think of Andrew Luck, I think pass, but that's also what he's best at, all right? Also, the Colts running game is good, but they have to pass the ball because the Chiefs secondary is so bad. They gave up 30 touchdowns this season. They only have 7 interceptions. 7 interceptions for the whole season? 7?
Yeah.
That's the last time you were good at anything.
Hey.
7. So I'm just saying that I think the Chiefs might win the game, but I think passing-wise, the Colts exceed in that. I think Luck is everything when it comes to passing. He looks like the past, and he can throw past this defense.
We both know who's a more superior quarterback, don't we?
I don't know.
You can throw out as many stats as you want, but we know that you're picking Mahomes just because the Chiefs are red, man.
That's exactly right.
Sarah's right on point. That defense is really bad. The Colts are coming back right now, so we're giving this one to Sarah.
Woo!
Garbage.
New year, new argument, new number 7 going up. Look at that, 7. Oh, that's the age you peaked.
Prop number 2. In the late game on Saturday, the Dallas Cowboys come out here to LA to take on our Rams to see who gets a shot at the NFC Championship. The storyline in this game, more than any other this weekend, is offense versus defense. The Rams were 2nd in the league in scoring, and the Cowboys were 6th in the league in not letting teams score. The prop, over or under 28 points scored for the Rams on Saturday night, Sarah.
I'm going under, just like the Rams, all right? Let's just say that Jared Goff is putting the word off in Goff. He has been so bad the last 2 games. I know he's had a week to recover, but I don't think that you can recover from being shady and awful at the end of the season. People are really starting to catch on to him. He only had 219 yards against Arizona, and he had 199 yards against San Francisco. Those 2 teams had a combined 7 wins. There's that number 7 again, your favorite. So what I'm saying is, this is like if the Globetrotters lost to the Washington Generals twice in a row, and then we were like, they'll be okay in the playoffs. Like, I don't think so. I don't think Gurley is 100%. I don't know if they can score 28 points. I think they might win, but I think minus Gurley, minus Cup, they are 1 Gurley, 1 Cup, 2 injuries. I think they don't have enough I don't think they have enough weapons to score 28 points this weekend. And I think Van Der Esch is going to demolish them. No.
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Gurley's going to be fine. And with Woods and Cooks, I think it's going to be back to the old Rams, all right? DeMarcus Lawrence can't do everything by himself on the defense. Let's not give the Cowboys too much credit, by the way. Everyone's been eating them out like they're the #1 thing in the world. They had a mediocre up and down season. Dak, by the way, is inconsistent, all right? We know that he has consistency issues, accuracy issues as well, which is what I tell my wife when urine ends up on the seat. It wasn't me. This is just going to be another comeback for the Rams. They're going to recenter themselves and beat the Cowboys here in LA.
Dak has nothing to do with how many points the Rams score. Let's just make that clear.
I'm saying.
Well, he does.
Yeah, he actually does.
Because if they go 3 and out every time, they're going to be setting up the Rams in great field position. I'm giving this one to Santino.
Yes!
The odds are there. You're getting 6 because in Chicago, you guys can't kick.
Oh, my God!
Oh, man.
Dude, you're lucky that they strapped me into this chair. Because I would come over there, you little Ooh, read the next prop before I do.
The next prop, prop number 3. The early game on Sunday is another good one. Chargers versus Pats. Or more importantly, Phillip Rivers versus Tom Brady. This is the 3rd time the legendary QBs have met in the playoffs and the 8th time overall, with Brady winning every single time. That must make Phillip Rivers angry, which is good for all of us, as both he and Brady should have their crazy intensity turned all the way up for this one. The prop, who will yell at more players, coaches, refs, and fans on Sunday, Tom Brady or Phillip Rivers?
It's going to be old Tommy Boy Brady that's going to be screaming his head off. He's going to be yelling like the old man when kids step on his lawn. Get off my lawn! And that's who's coming to his lawn in the Foxborough. The Chargers are coming. They're coming to whoop that ass. The Pats were whatever all season. The Chargers are on fire. I don't know if Phillip Rivers is getting some secret time with God or whatever he believes in, because it's helping him out to a tremendous ability. Tommy's also very mad because his 4th chef, I heard, is putting nightshade vegetables in his lunch, which has been causing inflammation, and that's causing all his crabbiness. Listen, you can take the baby out the crib, but when he's in his crib, he's gonna cry like a baby. Let's go Chargers, that's all I gotta say.
I'm just saying that Tom Brady, the only time he really yells is when his son doesn't kiss him on the mouth. And I don't think he's gonna be yelling at his son during the game. Phillip Rivers is from Alabama. You know how much they have to yell about? Everything. From the time they're born to the time they graduate high school at 27.
They graduate high school?
They are angry, angry people. Tom Brady is from California. Chill, like, they're chill. Okay, I just think that Phillip Rivers has more practice at yelling because he has 87 kids, 3 of which are on his offensive line. He's going to be, I don't think he has to yell just out of anger. I think he's going to yell just to be pumped up. He's so pumped. They're great on the road. He loves being on the road because San Diego is on the road when they're at home. So I think they are going to demolish the Patriots, if I'm being completely honest.
Nothing to yell about.
And no, but he has a lot of yelling to do at hyping them up.
Sure.
I think the yelling doesn't have to be negative.
Oh, well, this is an ambiguous question.
And Phillip Rivers doesn't cuss, so I just think it's going to be the cutest, most precious yelling in the whole world.
You don't have to cuss to yell.
No.
Watch this. Gothard! You better give me some good points right now!
You knucklehead!
You goofball!
I wish I could give you points for this, but I don't think Tom Brady's going to be yelling at all because he's going to be really happy about the home cooking that's going to be going on for them. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to Sarah.
How are you supporting that
You
guy?
think that the Patriots are going to win?
I just think he's not going to be complaining about the refs. That's all I'm going to say.
Tom Brady? No. Why would he have anything to complain? Unless they are not making the calls that he paid them to do.
Exactly.
Right.
Let's not get into refs making not the right calls, okay? Because I don't want to blow up this morning.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you...
Prop number 4.
Oh, good catch.
Nick Foles. He just won't lose, this guy. Even when he sucks, he still wins, no matter what seems to happen. Big Dick Nick always seems to come out on top, and Big Dick Andrew over here does not like it, okay? Foles takes the Eagles into New Orleans this weekend or whatever, and who the cares about football? It's dumb. The prop, will or won't Nick Foles be the Eagles starter next year if he beats the Saints this weekend?
He will not be the starter for the Eagles next year. He will beat the Saints this weekend because destiny is allowing him to win everything. He prays way more than anybody else apparently in this league, and he is getting all the breaks. But I think he will not be starting for the Eagles because he will be starting for the Jaguars or the Dolphins or whatever the Lord hath planned, all right? He doesn't belong in Philadelphia because he's soft-spoken and he has a big dick. Those are 2 things that Philadelphians don't ever have, nor do they deserve. He's a free agent agent next year. He's going to get way more money to play somewhere else. And the Eagles have way too much invested in Wentz. They have way too much invested in him. They already spent a first-round pick on him, and they've repaired his knee.
Dear Sarah, Tiana, and Philadelphia, f you. Also, remove the whiz out of your ears, okay? Foles is clearly the way to go. Philly's going to owe Carson $30 million in 2020. That's almost as ridiculous as greasing the light poles on Broad Street, you losers. Put aside the money and see once again that Foles has risen from the ashes to do the job that he needed to do going into the playoffs, playing garbage football, by the way, and still beating the Bears because we can't kick a f***ing football! And Matt Nagy and the McCaskey family, if you keep backing up this kid, by the way, I'm just doing my own argument now. I swear to God, I'm gonna go burn down that spaceship piece of shit you've done to Soldier Field because it's pathetic already that we keep letting people do this to the Bears. Supporting losers is not who we are. The Eagles, unfortunately, are gonna win, and Foles is the kid to go with. Carson's gotta say goodbye.
Yeah, well, they should have been starting Foles all year, but go ahead. I feel bad for you, so I'm going to let you yell at the Bears all you want.
Just made me so upset.
I feel you. I'm a Falcons
But they should get rid of Carson. He's too expensive. Just keep the kid and let Foles develop and let him keep doing what he's doing.
I think Sarah hit it right on the head. Nick Foles is going to be starting somewhere else next season.
Yeah.
And there's no way they get rid of him. He won the Super Bowl last year.
Right.
Against the Saints.
And he's probably going to win it again.
Sarah's kind of running away with this one early, Santino.
Ooh, it just feels so good to be back.
Well, there's no way she's going to beat me in this. This is my category.
Prop number 5, enough NFL, Santino. Let's talk about how Bama got their asses kicked on Monday night. Nick Saban had a chance to get his record-breaking 7th national title, but Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers did not let that happen, beating the doors off the Crimson Tide 44-16 in a rare blowout loss for Saban. The prop, over or under 1.5 more national championships for Nick Saban.
And tagliatelle pasta got pounded so hard last night, I thought I was watching YouPorn. As long as Clemson keeps the lie that Trevor Lawrence is 19, Saban will win nothing in the next couple of years. I know he's only got a couple of years left on his contract. I was looking at his perpetuity payouts, by the way. They're giving that guy way too much money. It's unbelievable. Lawrence looks like Vigo from Ghostbusters. That was just the first thing I thought of when I saw that guy. This dude bought beer in the 6th grade 100%. Listen, he is the truth. I will say that. Trevor Lawrence is the truth. And as long as these two teams are going to meet again for the next couple of years, which I believe they are, there's no doubt that Bama's going to lose every time to Clemson. They have a tougher schedule. I understand that. But I think Saban has met his match. And Dabo is just so hard to root against, so
I know.
I love the dude.
Oh, how the protege has become the leader.
It's unbelievable.
It's incredible that all of these national championship team coaches came from Alabama, and they came from the Saban system, and now they're using his system to beat him. Kind of like what the NFL does against Belichick. Every once in a while, there's old coaches that come in and beat him. But I think you cannot rule out Saban ever at all because he is the greatest recruiter in college football history. There are thousands. Yeah, he pays everybody.
So much money.
Hello.
Come on.
Everybody takes a pay cut when they go in the NFL after they played for Alabama.
Yes.
There are 35 eager, monsterful, soulless human beings that want to play for Alabama every year.
Yeah.
And just like a Russell Wilson interview, Saban ain't going nowhere, all right? He's going nowhere. So he's going to stick around. There's no way he doesn't win 2 more in at least the next 30 years or however long he ends up coaching.
Oh, he's out soon.
Oh.
He's out soon.
I want to give this one to Santino so badly, but I can't because you're right. Like, there's no way he's going to lose every time he plays against Clemson.
Yeah, he will.
Alabama's one of the biggest powerhouses in college football.
Yeah, and it's all based on recruiting. That's why he's not going to the NFL because you
he's
get 35.
He's not winning 2 more championships, I'll tell you that. He may win 1, but the bet was 1.5.
I'm saying he is. 3 more for Sarah.
Jesus
It's getting out of control.
Thank you. Woo! This feels good.
I had a tough weekend, so I'm really recovering.
This feels like the Alabama-Clemson game.
No.
This is completely lopsided.
Prop number 6.
Let's see if Andrew can score at the end.
Prop number 6. The real big-time sporting event last night was not the national championship. It was the premiere of season 23 of The Bachelor, my most favorite show. You might not know this, Sarah, since you aren't a Bat Soup fan like me, but the new Bachelor is Colton from season 14. So cute. Who used to play in the NFL, kind of, and claims he's a virgin. Okay. He met his 30 potential future wives last night, and it's time for us to handicap the field. The prop, Who gonna win the season of The Bachelor this year?
First of all, I love that you agree that he played in the NFL. The Bachelor is the only game this guy is playing.
100%.
Him being an ex-NFL player is like me saying I'm a lingerie model because I walk around my house in my underwear. Like, you gotta get out of here with that S. First of all, I think when I look at these Bachelorette contestants, I think of the presidency. I think that Kirpa is the one that we want, but Catherine is the one we deserve.
Okay.
And I think Colton is exactly that. Like, he thinks he wants a Kirpa, but he deserves a Catherine. Catherine is a DJ in Fort Lauderdale. Her favorite author is Dr. Seuss, and her favorite quote is, "I don't have no tattoos because nobody puts a bumper sticker on a Ferrari." This girl gets it, and she's gonna get the win.
Okay, well, in 28 seasons, they've never had a gay bachelor, and I think it's time. Let's do the math. Chris Harrison is my pick, if you were wondering. Harrison's a mega hunk who is recently divorced, has more money than God. He has syndication money from this show and from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And who wants that around? I'll tell you who, Colton Underwood, the virgin who tried to play in the NFL, who failed miserably, and he wanted to be a tight end, but I think he's gonna be loosening up that end when he realizes Harrison is the perfect hunk for him, all right? He's rich, he's handsome, and he's the puppet master for the most diabolical TV show that gives 15 minutes of fame to identical copies of people that can be found at any juice bar in Los Angeles.
I think you're right.
It's easy. Chris Hansen, he's the pick. He's the real winner of this show. Harrison. Chris Hansen also does a great job on TV.
But you could be right about Colton. That could be why he's a virgin.
I think he's gay.
He's like a Mormon version where it's like, oh, I'm all business up here, but it's a party back there. It's very much so.
I think, you know what, all jokes aside, I think that is the thing that they're trying to do. I think they're going to make the biggest reveal in history that they actually have a gay bachelor. He's going to do one of those things where they're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do that. And they're like, what is it? And he's like, Jun Jun. And a boy comes out and he's like, I'm Colton's boyfriend for whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen.
But it's not going to be Harrison.
I don't know.
I know Harrison, and he loves the ladies.
Yeah, well.
He likes them 2 at a time.
Look at Tom Cruise. When you run out of girls, you go to guys.
Eventually, this show has to end. I mean, it's been going on for way too long.
Yeah.
What a perfect way for it to end.
What a perfect way.
Chris Harrison riding off in the Bachelor.
The man of his dreams.
Yes.
This one is Santino. Finally.
Thank you, baby.
Wow.
Thank you, baby.
All right.
All right, Sarah, let's do it.
Now that, yeah.
2 more left. We're good. I'm still close. It's still a game.
Prop number 7. It's cool that you like reality dating shows, but us sports fans over here like real sports, like basketball, or as us real fans call it, shooty hoops. And currently dominating everything basketball related is James Harden, who recently just put together a 5-game streak of 40-plus points, which included 2 triple-doubles and 5 wins for the Rockets. The prop, will or won't James Harden repeat as NBA MVP this year?
No one, and I mean no one, is better at breaking ankles and making highlight reels than the Beard. This kid is the man. He will absolutely repeat. He's the reason that the Rockets are consistently ahead of the West, or a top contender in the West, as I should say. They're the only reason that there's any competition out there. Other than OKC, there's no one else that plays as good as the Rockets do against good teams, okay? And he's the reason. This dude has 5 straight games over 40 points, like you said. He invented traveling. The Euro step is his, and he gets away with it because everybody loves to watch this guy light people up. He loves doing illegal which is why I like him. Just ask Tim Donaghy. I'm sure they've had some talks on the low. But nobody, I think, in the NBA right now is contributing more to their team, most valuable player. Let's not forget what the acronym means. The most valuable player for the team than him. Literally nobody is doing it.
Well, I wouldn't say
not Giannis,
that.
nobody.
Yes, I would say that the reason we call it MVP is because we don't know what the whole thing means, and we don't even know Giannis's name. We just call him the Greek Freak because that's what he is.
Antetokounmpo!
I think he is a size 14 shoe-in to win the MVP this year, and I think that Harden is kind of like you in like a circle jerk with a bunch of hot blondes. Like, he cannot keep this up. He can't keep it up. And there's no way that he, like, just because he has so much other stuff on his mind, he has to grow his beard, he has to try to deflate all of the Instagram press he gets from girls that he randomly sleeps with. Like, I think he has so much other things to focus on, and he's putting all of his focus, like he has in these last 5 games, against highly competitive teams. But when he has to play, you know, the Knicks, like, he ain't coming out with 40 points a game, and that's what an MVP takes.
He will. He'll destroy the Knicks because they're garbage. They're the worst team in the world.
Well,
you heard me, New York.
That's fine, but other people can score on the Knicks, not just him.
Anybody can. I can score. Gothard and I can score on the Knicks. We could put up about 50.
I think that Harden has the same chance of winning MVP that I do.
I agree with Sarah. I think Santino might have a hard time keeping it up, but I think that we'll probably be able to. So we're going to give it to Santino here.
Well, just give him a 3 because that's all Harden can do now.
We'll keep it close.
Oh, okay.
So let's go in the last one.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
All right, I got one of my buddies. I'm going to have tee up this last one for us. So let's see what he has to say.
Yo, what up? It's Mercedes Lewis, tight end of the Green Bay Packers. Just made Sports Illustrated Top 50 Best Dressed 3 years in a row. I feel like I'm the only one that's made it 3 years in a row, too, so I figured I'd just add that in. But yeah, so the prop is, who's better dressed? NFL players or NBA players?
First of all, I love how excited he was.
Yeah, he really was. He was all about himself.
And
yeah.
then he also
I made it 3 times.
off script, kind of like.
Yeah, don't go off script, dude.
Like you did.
Jesus, stick to the playbook,
He's
kid.
made best dressed list more than the Packers have made it to the playoffs.
That's exactly right.
That's
kind of stuff I love to hear.
You should kind of focus
Are you picking NBA or NFL?
I'm going to take NFL.
All
and
right.
let's just make something clear here. If it weren't for all those dumb pregame shows that showed these athletes walking into the stadium, no one would give an F what they're wearing.
Yeah.
All right? I think NFL, because DeAndre Hopkins is my hero when it comes to fashion. Not only does he donate his game checks, he wears slippers to the stadium, and that is my dream to do to work. I think the NFL has tons of fashion icons when it comes to Tom Brady and Cam Newton, but my real fashion icons are people like Mercedes, Marshawn Lynch, Bill Belichick, these sweatshirt wearing lovers. That's exactly my dream when it comes to fashion. I don't give a shit about your dumb hat.
So wait, you're really saying they dress worse, but you like it better?
Yeah, that's what I like.
Okay,
I think that their fashion
The best dressed are by
is
far
relaxed.
NBA players because they're overpaid brats. They make by far the most money. So the average NFL player isn't making half as much as a dumpy NBA player. You have way less people on the team to pay out. NBA players are overpaid. They have way more money to waste on stupid shit like Louis Vuitton backpacks that they stroll into the game with. All these idiots are overdressed all the time. I mean,
Not true.
I
Russell
think
Westbrook wore a photographer vest.
he looks insane. He looks insane. And you
He's
know what?
beautiful.
They dress ridiculous and it's perfect. But NBA players by far have the best dress style. They have the most time. They don't have to. They're not focusing on the game that hard. They just go out there and throw the ball around sometimes.
Thank God you admitted that.
Well,
about
you know
your
it. You know
favorite
football players
sport.
have to focus way harder. Come on.
Also, let's just be clear that Tom Brady doesn't pick out his outfits, so he
No,
should
of course
never
not.
be like,
She hits him too.
yeah.
Put it on.
Yeah, that's
Put it on, Tom.
just, yes. You talking about a dildo?
Yes. Strap on. And put it in your own ass.
All right, let's see what he has to say, shall we?
Hey guys, I think that football players are better dressed. Obviously I'm biased, but I just feel like for NBA players, if you're a guy that, you know, if you're over 6'6", it's hard to find clothes. And I think a lot of guys in football, you know, are pretty stocky. They can get stuff off the rack, so it's a little easier. So if you have style, it's a little easier to fit you that way.
That's like the worst argument I've ever heard. Yeah. He's like, first of all, if you're over 6'6", they make custom clothes. These guys aren't going to H&M to go shopping. Second of all, every football player is a massive, massive beast. What shirt are you pulling off at James Purse that fits a 6'4", 285-pound guy?
Was someone holding a gun to his head?
I know,
Is that
I
why
know.
He was
Kept looking to the side.
like he felt like he was being.
Roger Goodell is off. He's like, say it, say it.
We need the press.
Yeah. And Adam Silver's like, I don't really care. I don't care.
I don't care.
All right, you know what? I'll take my loss and I'll sing my bets at the beginning. That's fine. Gothard, you threw up the points already.
Yep, scoreboard.
It's okay. It is what it is. I'm sick of these biased losses at the end. It's really killing me.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of losing in general this
I was gonna say this has been a tough week.
Remember, kids, follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at 2debate2furious. Follow both of us at Sarah TIANA, at Cheeto Santino. Subscribe to Yahoo Sports on YouTube to get new episodes of the show every single Wednesday.
We bet you'll be back. Bye. See, I'm practicing the singing for you.
I know.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Props on the Yahoo YouTube page.
Yeah, please subscribe because we need more viewers and that's how we stay alive and eat and feed our families.
New shows come out every Wednesday. And don't forget to hit the like button right below our beautiful faces right here. That'll help us out too.
Yeah.
Props to you if you do it right.